Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope you guys are doing fantastic on this weekend. I know this video is not going to get a lot of views because it's literally going to come out at 10 o'clock Saturday night, but I had a request to do a cash secured put video from one of my channel members. So I'm going to make a cash secured put video on his requested stock, which is ETHA. And I'm going to compare it to the IBIT, which is iShares Bitcoin ETF. I'm going to compare the two and kind of explain why on Friday I made a play to sell cash secured puts against IBIT. If you missed that video, click on the link up above. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video and take time to actually understand it. Before we go any further, tomorrow, Sunday, we are going to have our lives, 8 o'clock Eastern time, PM. We're going to have a channel live. And then at 9 o'clock Eastern time, PM, we're going to have a channel members only live. Without further ado, take a look at the screen. This is the video that I made on Friday. It was towards the end of the day. I think it came out like closer to 4 o'clock. I made the play around 3 o'clock, posted a video, bang. My man Frederick the Great said, what about cash secured puts on ETHA? So I'm going to be making a video about ETHA. This is ETHA. And I just want to make a comparison of why I chose the IBIT ETF as opposed to the ETHA ETF. The first thing I want you guys to look at is 1 month. As you can see, 1 month, because Ethereum is up, the Ethereum ETF is up almost 16%. And for the last 3 months, it's up almost 70%. Let's now compare this to IBIT. And over the last month, IBIT is down 8%. And over the last 3 months, IBIT is literally flat. The reason why is if you're going to go to Bitcoin and you're going to go to literally the last month, Bitcoin is down 5%. However, if you're going to go to Ethereum and you're going to go for the last month, Ethereum is up 20%. Hence why IBIT for me was a better opportunity for a cash secured put to take advantage of a bottom-ish trend. Now we're going to compare the technicals about it, and then I'm actually going to give you the play if I were to do a cash secured put. This is the technical analysis for IBIT. This is the technical analysis for ETHA. From now on, I'm just going to call it Bitcoin and Ethereum to make my life a lot easier. If you're going to go to the IBIT, you see that in the Bollinger Bands, it went below the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, and it's coming really, really close to this 100-day moving average and 200-day moving average. I ended up selling a cash secured put right around the 200-day moving average, which I believe it was like $58 if I'm not mistaken. Now compare this to the Ethereum chart. With the Ethereum chart, you see we are not at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands. We are actually towards the top of the Bollinger Bands. Preferably, I would have loved to be at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands and preferably sell a cash secured put around this $22 level or so, right where the 100-day and the 200-day average meet. That's not going to happen. I can't imagine it. However, there is a really, really big opportunity to actually sell a cash secured put, and the cash secured put level that I would like to be in at preferably is going to be somewhere around this area right here. Why? Because at this area right here, this is crossing the 20-day moving average, this huge volume line right here, this huge volume lines right here. It's going past the middle of the Bollinger Bands. It's going past the 50-day and somewhere towards the bottom of the Bollinger Bands. If I can get it down and get my 2% and get it to the 100 or 200-day moving average, for sure, I'd rather do that. Let's do another comparison. This is the RSI for the Bitcoin chart. As you can see, the RSI is closer to the oversold category where it was going to be under 30. If you're going to go to the Ethereum one, you're going to see that it's not towards the 30, it's actually at 55. So this one is at 39, this one is at 55, which means that there's a lot more downward that it can go before it's considered oversold, while the Bitcoin one has just a little bit more to go where it's considered oversold. Let's follow up with the stochastic oscillator. And as you can see on the stochastic, the Bitcoin one is for sure overbought. But when you go to the stochastic for the Ethereum one, you see it's not overbought. It's kind of in the lower middle-ish point. So there's still room to go. I hope you guys start understanding the theory, the technique, the parameters, the box that I do when I sell my cash secured puts, trying to give myself the most possible advantageous position I can when selling cash secured puts. Because for me personally, and everybody has a different strategy, I avoid assignment at all costs because I use margin or IOUs against my portfolio to do this. And since I use about $1 million every single month as an IOU, my goal is just to collect my 2 to 3%, at least 2% every single 4 weeks, and live a fantastic life on top of my dividends and other plays that I don't show you guys on this channel. I don't want to give myself anything less than the most opportunistic, advantageous position. And for me, it looks like the IBIT one was a lot better to sell a cash secured put than the Ethereum ETHA ETF. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't sell on Ethereum because Ethereum is strong and most likely it's going to go up. I don't see Ethereum staying below 5,000 towards the end of this year, just like I don't see Bitcoin being below 110,000 before the end of the year. With that said, let me show you what play I would do if you forced me to do a cash secured put. And please keep in mind that on Tuesday when the market's open, it's closed on Monday, that a lot of these things are going to change because depending on the price of Ethereum when we do this. Let's go take a quick look. Let's put in ETHA, press trade options. For anybody new here, I usually go 4 weeks out, and all of my options for September are ending September 12th. Because I have 2 weeks left of my cycle, all of my contracts end at the same time, I'm going to go for a 6-week play, but usually I will be doing a 4-week play. And usually I want 2% for 4 weeks. I'm going to be looking for 3% for 6 weeks, but I might take a little bit less. Let's see what's going to happen. Instead of buy, we're going to press sell. Instead of a call, we're going to do a put. Let's go. September 5th is going to be 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. And then we're going to go to October 10th, which is going to be 6 weeks. Now, let's look at the play that we could do. If I'm going to be selling a put, by the way, the market is not as lucrative here as it is when you're selling the Bitcoin one, which is also another reason why I don't like selling on this. And the IBIT one and the iShares one, the BlackRock one, is going to be the most lucrative possible. There's literally only a $30 strike here. I would 100% not be selling these for sure, even if I had to. Let's just take a look and see if we could do something a little bit more and go a little bit 1 more week out. And if we go 1 more week out and we sell a put, then there is going to be a lot more plays. With that said, let's see if we can come up with a play. Mind you, I'm not going to do this because it's not as liquid. I'm not going to do this because I have to force myself to do more than 6 weeks and I don't want to. And I'm going to force myself to sell a cash secured put on a play that's already running hot, kind of cooled off, but I believe that there's another possibility that it's going to cool off more. But let's see where we could go. As I told you, I would like to be somewhere around the $22 mark. Let's see if I can do something for $22. And if I go to $22, I'm going to have something right here where it says 40 cents. Now at $22, this is 88% in my favor. And the Greeks is 0.0752. I don't think that this is going to give me roughly 3-point-something% on the play. But let's do the quick math. Let me go to my website. Let's go into the toolbox. Guys, by the way, I literally made all of these apps by myself. I coded them myself. I'm going to show you my calculator. If anybody's in my community, I set up a community chat tab over here. It's going to take you right to our Q&As and our community chats. Let's go to calculator. Let's go to options calculator. This is going to be a cash secured put. Let's put in ETHA. Let's fetch the price. And let's go to a $22 strike. That was giving me 0.4 cents. And let's go to the October 10th. I'm sorry, October 17th. Right here. And this would be a 7-week play. And let's calculate. So this would only be giving me 1.82%. This is not a viable play. However, let's see what is a viable play. If we're going to go around here, which is $25, this is going to give us roughly 82% in my favor and a 0.13 delta. We're probably going to need to go somewhere right here, which is 80% in my favor, and 0.16, which is giving me $26. Let's take a quick look. $26 and 0.91. Let's see if this is going to work. 0.91. Let's calculate. This is going to be a bit of a better play. I'm getting my chance as a percentage. I'm getting my delta. I'm getting my premium over here. And let's actually see if $26 is something viable in terms of the technical analysis. And $26 is right here, just below the 50-day moving average. And like I said, I would have liked to be somewhere in this box right here. So if I had to do this play, which I don't want to do this play, I would have picked a $26 strike cash secured put for October 17th. But as I mentioned before, this does not meet my standards in terms of duration. If somebody wants to do this, this is not a bad play. You're getting around 3.5%. This is a 7 or 8 week play, so it's not bad. It's not like terrible. It's a little bit less than I wanted. But on the IBIT one, I also took a little bit less. And this ends up being 80% in your favor. 79.64 is fine. And 0.16 delta. And the $26 strike is not bad. So if I had to do this play, which I wouldn't do, $26 strike, 80% in your favor, 0.16 delta, 3.5% for that 7-8 week play. Frederick, thank you very, very much for asking the question. I appreciate every single channel member. I hope you guys are actually going to watch this video. And I guess we could take out of this video the main thing, the difference between the IBIT one and the ETHA one, the Bitcoin one and the Ethereum one. Why I did one preferably over this one, neither is either right or wrong. It's just something that I preferred and took advantage of the situation. If you guys have been following my channel for a while, I usually have some type of crypto play, but this is the first crypto play that I did for a while, ever since I was doing the MSTU, MSTR plays, because I saw an opportunity. Thank you very, very much. Everybody enjoy your evening and have a blessed day. I'll see you guys at the lives tomorrow.